Hi, this is Mr. Barr, and this lesson deals with percents. So let's get going here. And some of you are asking, hey, Mr. Barr, why are we doing percents? That was something I learned in an earlier class. It is, but it's something that you need to keep with you in your brain for the rest of your life. So let's start with our name on our notes. And our title is percent. And that word percent actually has two pieces to it. It's got the word per, and it has the word cent. And what the word per means is for each, and the word cent means 100. And that's what a percentage is. It's for each 100. So if 50% of the M&Ms are green, that means for each 100 M&Ms, 50 of them are green. All of these are the same way of showing a 50%. I can show it as a decimal, as a fraction, or as a percentage. The most important thing is, or not the most important thing, but an important thing is being able to go between the percentage and the decimal. So all I do is I move the decimal place. So decimal to percent and percent to decimal. So if I have 0.75, that becomes 75%. And all I did is move the decimal place 2 spaces. I can do it in reverse, percent to decimal. And my example here is 65%. Once again, 2 jumps. What's actually happening, and you can't see my notes, what's actually happening is that I'm dividing by 100 or I'm multiplying by 100. So if I have a decimal, 0.75 times 100 turns it into a percentage. If I have a percentage, 65, and I divide it by 100, it turns it into the decimal. This is practice and does not need to go into your notes, but I'm going to turn each of these into a different form. So 84%, what would that be? 0.84. 6%, what would that be? 0.06. It wouldn't be 60%. Well, it wouldn't be 0.6 because 0.6 is 60%. Okay, 0.45 is going to be 45%. And this 2 jumps, this would be 3.5%. Or remember, I can just divide using my calculator by 100. So right here, I have 0.035 times 100, 3.5%. To take a fraction and turn it into a decimal, I just divide. So what are we doing? Fraction to decimal. So 5/8, I'm just going to use a calculator, is 0.625, which equals 62.5%. And I used a calculator for that one. I don't expect you to use long division. Use a calculator. And a percent to a fraction, put it over 100 and simplify. So I have 44%, which means 44 per 100, and this will simplify to 11 over 25. Okay, let's practice. So 6 over 18, 6 divided by 18, that takes me to 33%, 33.3 repeating percent. Okay, 45%, we'll put that over 100. That's going to be, let's see, 5 goes in here 9 times, 5 goes in here 20 times, so that's 9/20. 3/4, well, that's 75%. 3 divided by 4 is 0.75, which is 75%. 64%, well, that's 64 over 100. Oh, that's 32 over 50. That's 16 over 25. There you go. I realize simplifying fractions, some of you have forgotten how to do that. I'm not going to do a separate lesson on simplifying fractions. Right? Well, I guess I am 64 over 100. What goes into both numbers? A 4 goes into this, a 4 goes into this. 4 goes in there 16 times, 4 goes in there 25 times. Simplifying fractions. Okay, and our final thing, turn percent to decimal and multiply. To find percentages, turn it into a decimal and multiply. So I go 0.5, I use my calculator of 120, and that gives me 60. And that's how I do percentages. Turn it into a decimal and multiply. Boom. So here we go, 40% of 90. 40% is 0.4 times 90, 36. (25% of 120, 0.25 times 120, 30. 6%, that's 0.06 times 36 is 2.16. Now let's apply this to a table. There we go. Mr. Barr will have 200 minutes of free time. He will spend 70% of his time with his family, 25% of the time on the tractor, and 5% of the time thinking about life. Use the info to fill in the table. Okay, so 200 minutes. What's 70% of 200? Well, that's 0.7 times 200, which is 140. Tractor is 5%. 0.05 times 200. That's 10 hours or 10 minutes on my tractor. Oh, no, that was thinking, wasn't it? That was thinking, but I did it right. 5% thinking, that's 10 minutes. 25% tractor time. So 0.25 times 200, 50 minutes on my tractor. Tractor time. And that's our lesson. Thanks for watching.